The other night in Chicago, law enforcement, ICE agents, have their truck rammed by another truck. They get out, they attempt to stop the person. They try to run the officers over, shots are fired, and a chase is on as the truck goes taking off. An assist PC call goes out to the Chicago Police Department.
And one is for the hit and run. This guy fled from the scene at 37th Place in Kedzie. It all occurred, started at I-55 in Kedzie, then they fled southbound at Kedzie, where that offending vehicle crashed. They ran the federal agent off the road. They fled on foot westbound 37th Place from Kedzie. It was a male Hispanic younger wearing all black clothing.
What happens next? No cop wants to hear. A stand down order was given by a Chicago patrol officer telling officers not to go and assist. As former law enforcement, that cuts deep for me. You do not leave an officer out there to hang. You don't do it. That's not the game. That's not what's in the blood of the officers. I'm going to take you through what happened throughout this call, and you will see what is going on for yourself, and we need to get some answers. My name is Ross McLean. I'm a former law enforcement officer, bodyguard to billionaires, global Fortune 50 experience as a security expert. We're still putting together the details on this call, but let's go with what we know. And let's watch this one video of the actual attack on the law enforcement officers. You see the black SUV, it runs into the back of the ICE vehicle with the law enforcement officers. Turns out in this vehicle is a woman who the ICE and the Border Patrol already have on their intelligence radar, and they were looking out for her. She had threats against police, against doxing them, attacking them. Look at the chase, goes into a construction zone here. Bang, more smashing. More banging. ICE gets out of their vehicle. This vehicle backs up. Another law enforcement comes in to block it. Now the vehicle takes off. These other officers are getting it. Takes off, jumping over curbs. At some point here, a shot was fired by the police, and it did hit the driver. The driver was apparently armed. We don't know if the driver showed a gun or what they were doing at the time. But here we are. Now these ICE vehicles are stuck off in a place in Chicago with other people coming around. They're putting in a call for, number one, that vehicle taking off for a chase, to help chase catch the vehicle. They're asking for a backup to protect the officers who were standing by the ICE vehicles. And then the call comes in for a stand down.
You're a male Hispanic on foot wearing all black?
No hairstyle.
Okay, 10-4. And one is for the hit and run. This guy fled from the scene at 37th Place in Kedzie. It all occurred, started at I-55 in Kedzie, then they fled southbound at Kedzie, where that offending vehicle crashed. They ran the federal agent off the road. They fled on foot westbound 37th Place from Kedzie. It was a male Hispanic younger wearing all black clothing. 99.
Yeah, send the cars in that direction. Have them stay put 2 or 3 blocks away, all right? Have them hold tight until I give you further direction, please.
Okay, so for MPD units responding to 39th Place in Kedzie per 999, if you guys can just, for the units responding to 39th Place in Kedzie, if you guys can start heading there as quick as you can, and then just hold tight for instructions with 999.
999.
999.
So the chief of patrol, clear everybody up. We're not responding over there.
Radio hit. And again, per the chief of patrol, we have all the units that, per 999, chief of patrol said all units clear out from there. We're not sending anybody over to that location.
62, we're going to clear out as soon as we can, Spot. We're like locked in over here, so we're going to do the best we can to get out of here as soon as we can.
Now it sounds like to me at the end there's a couple of coppers there saying, yeah, we're kind of stuck in here, we'll get out of here as soon as we can, but we're kind of trapped here right now. I hope what they were doing was sticking around trying to see if they could give any help to the other law enforcement and maybe giving a bit of a stick to it to this road sergeant who says, stop it. That's something that you do sometimes. Yeah, can't hear you on the radio. Yeah, no, I'll break off the pursuit if I hear you say that, but I can't hear you, right? Maybe these officers had some parts. But whoever this road sergeant was, he's been identified as this man, by the way. Patrol Chief John Hein of the Chicago Police Department. This is the man who supposedly gave the orders to stand down on the radio. Sometimes orders aren't to be followed, especially illegal or unlawful orders, like not helping someone whose life is in danger, who's being shot at, or some other such thing. I hope the association comes out, or the union comes out and deals with this officer, gets them dealt with. Look, there was another guy named Dakota Meyer. He won the Medal of Honor. He was the guy who, guess what? He disobeyed an order to not go in and save his other officers who were caught in a firefight. And Dakota Meyer, this man among men, he went down there, he saved some 20, 30 other people. He lost 5. He feels miserable for the 5 that he lost, but he saved some 30 other people because of his brave actions, disobeying the orders of someone telling him not to go in when he knew there was something going on. Hey, if you want something to listen to, go find Jocko Willnick's, the former Navy SEAL's interview with Dakota Meyer about his life. It's a long interview, but I have never heard anything more breathtaking in my life that deals with PTSD, courage under fire, and bad rules of engagement. Anyways, plug for Jocko. Great podcast. Now here is the woman that was charged, as well as a male that was with her. We didn't see it on the video, but he was driving another vehicle that also rammed into the ICE agents. Both were arrested and charged. But let's look at her. She's facing potentially up to 20 or 30 years in prison. Punishment that could be for decades for this Marimar Martinez is her name, is going to be assaulting federal officers, maximum penalty 20 years, using or carrying a firearm during a crime or offense. That's good for 5 years for possessing the gun, 7 years if the weapon was brandished, attempted murder of a federal officer. So she's going to spend a lot of time in jail. And this is what you have to do. You have to send a message. Send the message, you can't assault officers. And as I say, the most disturbing thing here is this patrol supervisor for Chicago just doing the opposite. He's not protecting officers. This gets my goat. Let's listen to Kristi Noem, head of Homeland Security, as she describes the threats that these ICE officers are under from this Antifa, this organized crime terrorist group.
Our intelligence indicates that these people are organized. They're getting more and more people on their team as far as attacking officers, and they're making plans to ambush them and to kill them. We have specific officers and agents that have bounties that have been put out on their heads. It's been $2,000 to kidnap them, $10,000 to kill them. They've released their pictures. They've sent them between their networks, and it's an extremely dangerous situation and unprecedented. So we've put protective detail around those individuals, change some of our operations to keep our officers safe. But make no mistake, this isn't just about, protesting free speech or that they don't like that people out here are upholding the law of our country. They're actually going out there and saying, kill these people and we'll give you this much money to do it.
These are dangerous times, and we're seeing some dangerous moves by politicians. And some of these police forces in the blue states, I just don't get it. I'm not sure what you think your job is in law enforcement or why you ever got in the job. You got to stick together. You got to back the blue. Let's watch and see how this continues to roll out. I think there are going to be more problems. It's going to get more serious. And I have to tell you, my own personal opinion, I think so far they've been treating all of these protesters with kid gloves, with the pepper balls and the gang tackles, and really softly taking them in. I think it's time that they start using a little bit more pain compliance to get this under control. My name is Ross McLean. This is the McLean Chronicles. If you like the information I have on this channel, please like, follow, subscribe, share, and hit me up in the comments. And we'll see you next video.